Liverpool's 2025 summer transfer window has been nothing short of extraordinary. The club, under new head coach Arne Slot, has entered a period of bold decision-making both on and off the pitch, from record-breaking transfer bids to strategic player sales. To the promotion of academy talent, Liverpool is balancing immediate ambitions with long-term sustainability. At the center of the story are two massive potential arrivals: Alexander Isak of Newcastle United and Marc Guéhi of Crystal Palace, who could transform Liverpool's squad heading into the 2025-26 season. Alongside this, decisions around Harvey Elliott's future, Rio Ngumoha's rise, and Andy Robertson's appointment as vice-captain highlight the Reds' effort to balance established leaders with emerging stars. With the transfer deadline looming, every development carries weight. Let's break down everything: the double deal, the Isak saga, Guéhi's situation, Elliott's future, financial gambles, and the leadership reshuffle, to fully understand where Liverpool stands heading into a decisive week part 1. Liverpool's spending spree and net strategy. Liverpool's 2025 transfer window has already been record-breaking. The club has invested heavily, securing players such as Florian Wirtz, the German playmaker, hailed as one of Europe's finest creative midfielders, Hugo Ekitike, a young forward with explosive potential, Milos Kerkez, strengthening the defensive line at left back, Jeremy Frimpong providing dynamism at right back, wing back, Giovanni Leone, a rising Italian midfield talent. Additionally, Georgi Mamardashvili, the Georgian goalkeeper, officially joined after his deal was finalized a year earlier, securing depth behind Alisson. All of this has come at a gross spend of around 320 litres, but Liverpool's remarkable ability to generate transfer revenue has offset much of the expenditure. Sales have raised approximately 215 million litres, leaving the club's net spend far lower than headline numbers might suggest. This financial balance is the cornerstone of Liverpool's ability to push for further additions. It's why, despite already spending heavily, the Reds remain capable of sanctioning a potential £95 million plus move for Alexander Isak, a deal that could even become the largest in British football history. Part 2. The Alexander Isak saga transfer. Sagas have dominated the summer like Liverpool's pursuit of Alexander Isak. The Swedish striker has been Newcastle's talisman since his 63-meters arrival from Real Sociedad in 2022, scoring goals consistently and establishing himself as one of Europe's most dangerous forwards. However, his desire to move to Anfield has been an open secret. Timeline of the Isak saga. Pre-season standoff. Isak made himself unavailable for Newcastle's pre-season tour of China, signaling his intent to force a move. Liverpool's bid. The Reds tabled an opening offer of just under 150 million, rejected emphatically by Newcastle earlier in August. Pause in negotiations. Liverpool held back, unwilling to continue without assurance Newcastle would sell. The breakthrough. This week, Newcastle agreed to sign Nick Woltemade from Stuttgart in a 65 million deal, viewed as a direct replacement for Isak. Expectation. With Woltemade's arrival imminent, Isak's pathway to Liverpool seems clear, setting up a dramatic finish to the transfer window. For Liverpool, this move is about more than goals. Isak offers pace, power, link-up play, and versatility, fitting seamlessly into Slot's tactical framework alongside players like Salah, Gakpo, Nunez, and potentially Wirtz. The question is no longer if Liverpool will land Isak, but when and for how much. Part 3. Marc Guéhi, the defensive anchor. While much attention has been on Isak, Liverpool's pursuit of Marc Guéhi is equally vital. The 24-year-old Crystal Palace captain has emerged as one of England's most consistent defenders. Slot wants him to be the long-term partner and eventual successor to Virgil van Dijk, particularly after Jarell Quansah's sale to Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the window. Palace's position. Manager Oliver Glasner insists Guéhi must stay, arguing there's no time to sign a proper replacement. However, Palace are actively negotiating with multiple defenders: JD Canvold, Toulouse, Manuel Akanji, Man City, Ousmane Diomande, and Evan Ndika. Reports suggest the club hierarchy is reluctant to risk losing Guéhi on a free next year, which makes a sale to Liverpool more likely despite Glasner's protests. Guéhi's leadership, composure on the ball, and defensive solidity make him the exact profile Liverpool require. If completed, his signing alongside Isak would mark one of the most decisive transfer double swoops in Liverpool's modern history. Part 4. Rio Ngumoha. The teen sensation amid all the high-profile transfers, the emergence of Rio Ngumoha has been one of the most heartwarming stories of Liverpool's season. At just 16, now 17, the academy graduate scored a stunning late winner against Newcastle. Announcing himself on the biggest stage, Arne Slot has been quick to calm fears that new Attacking signings could block Ngumoha's development. Slot insists there will always be room for the teenager in the squad. He highlighted Ngumoha's composure and finishing ability, praising his maturity for his age. Ngumoha is expected to feature regularly, even if from the bench, as Liverpool balance development with competition. The narrative of a homegrown academy star scoring decisive goals amid a 300-meter spending spree perfectly encapsulates Liverpool's ethos: ambition without abandoning tradition. Part 5. Harvey. Elliott's future few stories have been as delicate as Harvey Elliott's transfer situation. The 22-year-old has been courted by multiple clubs. West Ham expressed interest earlier in the summer. RB Leipzig considered him as a replacement for Xavi Simons, who is moving to Tottenham in a 51-meter deal. Other Premier League clubs have been monitoring his availability. Liverpool's stance, however, is firm. Elliott is not for sale unless a huge bid arrives. The Reds value him far higher than the 38-42-meter fees that have been circulating for comparable young English talents like Jacob Ramsey and Omari Hutchinson. Elliott, who starred in England's U21 Euros triumph, is considered integral to Slot's plans. Elliott himself has expressed both loyalty and ambition. He loves Liverpool and dreams of staying long-term, but also wants to ensure his pathway to regular first-team football isn't blocked. His words suggest patience, but also self-awareness. He wants to be a World Cup player, not just a squad option. Slot's determination to keep him indicates Liverpool see Elliott as a key bridge between the academy graduates and the big money. Signings. Part 6. The 95 Familiar. Question. Justifying sales Liverpool's transfer dealings this summer aren't only about arrivals. The club has sanctioned controversial sales that need to be justified. Jarell Quansah's sale sold to Bayer Leverkusen for 30 mil, potentially rising to 35 mil. Deal includes a 60 mil buyback clause. Evidence Liverpool see his future value. The move gives Quansah first-team minutes at a top club, with Liverpool retaining long-term control. Balancing the books with 215 meters raised through sales, Liverpool have created room for further signings like Isak and Guéhi, while remaining financially sustainable. The big question, was losing Quansah now, despite his potential, worth the gamble? Slot and the board clearly believe so, banking on Guéhi and Lyonnais in the short term while keeping Quansah in their long-term plans. Part 7. Leadership shift. Robertson as vice-captain, with Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid, Liverpool. Needed a new deputy captain to support Virgil van Dijk. Speculation centered around Mohamed Salah, but Slot confirmed it is Andy Robertson who has taken the role. His longevity, 9th season at Anfield. His consistency and leadership qualities. His embodiment of the club's culture. Slot praised Robertson's influence on and off the pitch, describing him as vital to maintaining the culture Klopp instilled. It's a logical, stabilizing move in a summer of change. Part 8. Slot's message. No romanticism. Arne Slot has emphasized the need to move past the romanticism of last season's title. Win. He reminded players and fans that many victories were narrow, hard-fought battles rather than dominant performances. The challenge this year, with stronger rivals, is to improve efficiency and consistency. Slot's remarks are both realistic and motivational, a reminder that Liverpool's story isn't about nostalgia, but constant evolution. Conclusion. A club at a crossroads, Liverpool's 2025 summer window, tells the story of a club refusing to stand still. Ambition. Pursuing Isak and Guéhi to reinforce their spine. Sustainability. Balancing 320 millers of spending with 215 meters of sales. Youth integration. Trusting Ngumoha and retaining Elliott. Leadership. Promoting Robertson to vice-captain. Pragmatism. Accepting difficult sales like Quansah while planning for long-term buybacks. With just days left before the transfer deadline, Liverpool are poised for potentially decisive moves. Whether they secure Isak and Guéhi or not, the message is clear. This is a club in transition, but one fully prepared to remain at the very top of English and European football.